control my control.
Welcome
I was
to
not. I
welcome
wasn't
to
100%. There was throws that I make normally that I wasn't able to make today.
hang on. We're about to get this perfectly
And
set up.
maybe Tyler should have been the starting quarterback. I don't know.
That was something thrown out there by
Well, they
Braden.
said
I didn't
Brody
know how
should
I
play
felt
in the
about it
game.
because I trusted you
Tyler,
out there. I can't lie.
Tyler's not. There's Tyler makes better decisions, but Zach makes better plays.
I trusted you out there, and I knew you knew the offense, and I knew you knew what you were doing. But
I miss a lot of things. I know I do. I see them, and I don't choose to throw.
um,
But I was at 50, I was probably about at 50% today. Like I didn't even. I run every day, and I didn't run today.
Well, I think you performed pretty damn good for what you could.
No, I didn't. That's why I'll
Today.
disagree with.
I think you did actually pretty damn good. All right, so welcome back. Welcome to our first episode of RFL Media. We are here discussing the events of the game that just unfolded with a final score of 15-6. We got handed our first loss of the playoffs, unfortunately.
Only loss of the playoffs. You don't.
Yeah, as a program that just got made. I mean, this is our first season playing. I think we did a pretty damn good job.
It's not my first season. I would disagree. We had a lot
as a starter, as your first season as a full-time starter.
I wasn't a full-time starter
playing.
Not a full-time starter for me at quarterback. I had 2 games. I should have had 3.
What was the one you didn't?
The first game I didn't start at quarterback. I played the last drive.
That was okay. Yeah, that's right. Well, for starting 3 out of the 4 games that we played, you did a pretty good job. You led the league in passing touchdowns. I led the league in receiving touchdowns. Cam is currently tied for second in defensive touchdowns. You led the league in sacks. Zach, for having all these stats, leaders, and on the board, why couldn't we put this together?
It's simple. On offense, I'm making decisions that I didn't make the best decisions on. Defense, the offense is gonna win most of the time. You just have to get them out of rhythm, and we didn't do a good job of that the second half of the playoff game.
Yeah, I feel like the playoff game honestly was we were rolling. We had an early stop.
We had an early stop, but they adjusted and we didn't. And that's what I'll put it down to.
I didn't even feel like they adjusted. I feel like they got really one play
and
then a lucky pick
the
6,
one play,
and that was it.
Well, you want to know what really happened is he spun that play. I got ejected on a play that we spun.
Referring to their touchdown that they scored.
Their touchdown, he hit a spin move, and we got flagged for a spin move on our drive to go down and tie the game with extra points.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's two-faced as hell on the refs' side. I feel like the refs, I don't like blaming the refs on
They don't.
losing a game.
I will sit here. I lost us the game, but they put it in motion for me to lose the game at quarterback spot. He completely wipes my arm. And the week before, I got told that you can't go for the ball out of the quarterback's hand. Whether you can or not, I don't know the rule, but when I do it, it's illegal. When they do it, it's not flagged. It's probably my mistake for not understanding that, but
I think it was funny because you got drilled. Right? And he
3 times in the game before that. No one got ejected, and my ejection was off of something I was saying to someone else. But
yeah,
I can't sit here and blame the system.
You were yapping the entire time. I definitely. He said he warned us about the sportsmanship penalty stuff. He did warn me.
There's no sportsmanship. Hey, there's
But
one thing I'll tell you. There's one thing I'll tell you. Once you're in the playoffs, it doesn't fucking matter. You can
that's
say
what
whatever you want to fucking say.
that's what I
As long as you
was.
don't say it to the ref, that's what I'll say.
That's why I
But I
was
said it to the ref.
curious because he threw you out, and I was like, gosh, this is kind of harsh, but
I mean, he
whatever.
threw me out after a penalty. I got flagged. The only penalties I complained about were shit that I got called against when I've been rushing.
Yeah. All right. On a different note, you went. I couldn't count exactly, but I know Cam had 2 catches at least. Correct. I had 2 catches. Max had at least one. Bryce had one.
He had a touchdown.
Yeah, he had a
Bryce had a
touchdown.
touch.
Yep. So I think you threw for how many incompletions do you know? I think you're around a little maybe over 50% or either under. I think you
I
were
was
pretty
below.
close to the line.
I was probably below 50%.
Okay. Well, anyways, it wasn't a terrible day. You were around 50%. You did have a pick and you had a touchdown. Honestly, really, you can't argue with those stats.
I'm not arguing them.
The only thing that I would say, the defensive touchdown. I mean, that's a problem.
It is a problem.
And letting
They
up a
scored on that play.
well, I'm more referring to their 80-yard rush first play out the gate. We're locked up. Honestly,
Well, he spun, and technically, according to the refs, now this is probably a controversial take. According to the refs, you can't spin. He spun out of that.
I
He
didn't see
spun
it,
out of it,
unfortunately.
and we got called on a spin for our big play that would put us in the red zone. I don't control it.
Yeah, I find
But
that.
that's what I'll say about that. Is he spun on that play? Justin had that one play. It would put us in the not in the red zone, but it would put us within 30
Well,
yards.
and this happened with Sharks, and it also happened with Top Ego. And this is the reason why we won against Daughter Daters, as much as control we had over that game. When you don't make mistakes, you win the football game. And unfortunately, we made a mistake. We threw that pick six. Honestly, it kind of felt like the game was over because even if we
You
scored,
want me to run you through
it would
that
have been
play?
We would have had to gone for a 3-pointer. Yeah, because I was backside. I
I
think I
can
was running
I
like
can run
a
you through that
stop
play
or
through the
something.
quarterback position, right?
Yeah.
So our plan was we were assuming they were blitzing 2, I think.
Mhm.
This is a little bit removed from the game, so I don't exactly remember.
Yeah, I don't remember honestly
Our
either.
plan was to get the ball to Cam after the rush pursues the
Yeah.
quarterback, right?
Yeah.
So that would take 2 people out of the game, like 2 defenders out.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know that you were lining up as a third running back before the play started, and I probably
Mhm.
should have motioned you out. That's
Well,
on me.
when you
Because
communicated
it
to me
brought
that you wanted me in there, I thought we were faking my run
no,
and
no,
then
no, 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 no. We were trying to
giving
hit
it to
Cam,
Cam.
right?
Yeah. But I thought my job was to fake the run, and then I guess I ran into you or I ran into Cam.
No,
That shit
the
just
only
fucked
thing that
everything
it
up.
did was bring another man in the box.
Yeah.
And then when you bring another man in the box on a play like that, as soon as I get rolling to the left side, it
Yeah.
collapses everything. I can't see the backside guy. I don't. He could have been open. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
That
didn't
was
look there.
botched.
It, it was a blown up play,
Yeah.
and be honest, like the back played a little bit into that, but it was just a bad decision. I should know that with a back injury. I was injured after the game against fucking the one that we won.
Yeah.
Daughter Daters.
Daughter Daters.
I don't have like the ability to make that throw to Max, which I tried to do. That's my fault. I'll take full blame for the pick. It was a blown up play though,
Yeah.
because the play was supposed to go. So your guy motioning into what the is that a I formation? No, it's not an I formation. What is that formation?
It was a two back.
Two
So
back. Yeah, as soon as you
sort of
brought the two
heavy
back in,
maybe or
as soon as you brought the two back in, and I should have noticed this pre-snap, is the box got loaded, right? So
I
they had
noticed
a
that too and I
free
was like
they
shit.
had they
I
had a
was like
free
damn
rusher at
it.
me. The whole idea of the play was to get Cam the ball in space.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to do was have one back and then kind of let I was hoping they would bring two, but if they bring one, Cam's gonna break one, right?
Yeah.
That was the thought process behind that. I was just gonna flip it to Cam after I run it out and bring more of the blitzers, but then you lined up at. I should have just motioned you.
Yeah.
It's my fault. This play is my fault because I saw the idea. Me and Cam talked about it. I saw the idea because at this
Well,
point in the game, we want to run down the clock and we want
yeah.
to go down and score.
It wasn't your fault.
No, it is my fault. I threw.
In my brain, I was thinking, oh shit, we're running two back.
No, but as the quarterback, I should know that. I should know that my play doesn't need the box loaded because the box was loaded in that play, and as soon as I started moving left, everyone claps.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say we definitely had control. Like honestly, like throughout the entire game, even at that point, like during, like when they
Oh, by
scored,
that point, we
like
had complete control. We
absolutely,
had a few bad snaps that I didn't handle that were losses. There was a few flags that were probably not right, but just gonna assume they were right. There was shit moving us back, and I need to control the way I attack. It's the way that I attacked it at quarterback that didn't win us the game.
what else was I thinking? What I have?
Hit me with another question.
I was actually gonna ask, or more of a statement. I thought Alex really, performed today on defense. Honestly.
Oh, 100%.
And another thing I harped on in the video I made in the car, our
I
goal
didn't see
line
that one yet.
defense was the best in the league.
Perfect.
Best in the league.
Oh,
There's not
I'd
another one.
rather put them inside the 20, first and goal.
What do you think works so well with our goal line defense? What did you notice? Were we running a zone? Were we running a man? Because it felt like I was kind of manned up when I was at the goal line.
I mean, there's some man, right? It's obviously I think because I was blitzing, so I didn't completely know what was happening on the back end. I voiced my opinion to you on what I wanted to happen in the back end.
Yeah.
Right. I wanted us to go zone. I don't know what we were in. I know some people are gonna end up in man.
Yeah. My
With-
philosophy defensively completely, because I recognized this early after that drive. We matched up with them very well. I was the only one getting kind of beat because I
receivers
was
and
on
corners, yes,
their fastest
but
guy.
you know what their X factor was? It was their
Their quarterback.
quarterback.
But I felt like if we
His
blitzed
legs-
one and brought one out and
No.
to contain him, it would have worked perfectly.
You need to
Because
send two.
that's man up across.
I
what's
would
that, 6
disagree with that
receivers.
because he has to beat one guy. That guy was an athlete. He was more of an athlete than I was in terms of.
That's why I was saying we blitz
running the
you,
ball.
throw Cam on him spine. Or Cam
We
covers the
did-
center, drags across.
We did the opposite. So like in the front, like that's the problem is our front two. I'm just called a front two.
Yeah.
Our front two had a different philosophy running, is we were trying to set like when we wanted shit to not go right for the other team, we were sending Cam and I was sitting over middle,
Yeah.
and the way that I saw it is that like one of our one-on-one guys would come up and blow up the play, is my thought.
Yeah.
I think our defense like. It's probably me. I probably messed up a lot of shit on the defense.
I'm just curious. I think we just
my
have to hold
philosophy-
that line. You can blitz up in his face, but if he starts tailing,
He's an athlete though.
I know, but you gotta
That was
contain.
that
drill.
was the
It's a contain.
that was the
drill.
most. That's the most athletic quarterback we played this year.
Yeah, I would not doubt that.
Any
He
other
was
quarterback, except for Sharks when they had their first string come out and they had their second string come in.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Like when you put an athlete at quarterback, it makes the rushing more difficult because I was injured, but like he would have probably beat me when I wasn't injured. But like me being injured definitely
We probably
slowed
should
my
have dropped
pursuit.
out of that then. Honestly, maybe stop blitzing.
No,
But
I
it didn't
disagree
matter
with
at that point because we had control of the game.
I just like my thought on the defense is we're playing intramural flag football.
Yeah.
They're not trained athletes.
No.
They don't get paid scholarship. They don't get paid NIL, right?
No.
If you force the biggest thing in the offense is the quarterback.
Yeah.
whether I don't care if you have the best receiver in the country, if the quarterback can't get it to him, it doesn't fucking matter. Like if Jeremiah Smith had a fucking bum at quarterback, he would never see the ball.
That is facts.
Unless they ran a fucking option, which he probably would house, but like you have to put pressure on the quarterback, I think. Because like if you look at it, the teams that did better in the division against us put pressure on the quarterback.
I think that is accurate.
You and no one worried about a deep pass. Like against the teams we played, no one worried about a deep pass. They had
No.
one man on the guy. You have to bring it up. You have to bring the defense up. Make him throw that deep pass because on the full runs, full like he was more athletic than me, but I had him on full sprint at times. He's not making that throw.
Mm-mm. I mean, you
That's the
you
one
were
thing.
able to sail to it just kicks myself as a receiver. It's like, gosh, like I
We
hate
just
that I
weren't.
just couldn't figure out where that line was. Like, cause in my brain, I still remember it's like I'm trying to get like where that marker, the 20-yard line marker or whatever the hell it was. I'm trying to stay in
What
between
play is
that.
this?
The one where I got smacked in the face should have been a catch, but I was out of
It's a pass
bounds.
interference nonetheless.
But that's still gotta be. It's gotta be a catch because he didn't pull my flag. That
I
was a
I left
touchdown.
it.
I was
I
running
that
free.
that football was inbounds. I
Yeah,
think it was a pass
I don't know how
interference.
I got. I don't even know how I got out of bounds because I had to get around him regardless.
But he I think where they like well you gotta remember that KSU refs are pretty bad.
Yeah, it's
Intramurals
pretty
refs.
miserable. That's why I wish the drone was in the air so I could have at least had a little got a little sleep at night because bro, that's two. Then the first ball after that, it was like it was so far in. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go get this. I couldn't because I had stopped.
I saw I don't know if it was a safety or a corner, but he was the deepest guy. You were the deepest guy.
I know I had it beat,
I
and
put it
I
I put
stopped
it
though. I
deeper.
just
I put it deeper. Well that's a communication thing. That's
well,
between me and you.
yeah, and well, our chemistry wasn't really there today, unfortunately. I think that's what.
I'm gonna be honest, is like I'm injured going into this game.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the
shit.
game before the
Well,
game before I knew my internal clock was not the same as this game,
my thing
and it
is,
probably should have been.
well, my thing is this. Look, if you're injured, that's one thing, but I don't like throwing anyone under anything. But
No,
if
it's definitely
Tyler
my fault.
or Braden were there around the time we were warming up, we probably could have planned if you were really feeling that bad. But I didn't think
No,
you were feeling that bad
I
because you
still
seemed like you
feel
felt fine.
well. That's
I didn't know you were feeling that bad because if you were feeling
no
that
my
bad, we
back.
could have thrown Tyler in. But you seemed fine to me.
No, I was
I you
about I
you
was
seem like
seventy
you're
percent.
grimacing.
I was 70% of that game,
Okay.
and from college baseball, I didn't want to get taken out, so I've gotten pretty good at like
Kind of.
masking
Yeah.
masking pain. So I when I'm hurting, I know how to hide it.
Yeah. No, but you
I
were
don't want
right.
to show. I don't want to show the field that I am not 100%.
Yeah, and I'm still kicking myself over the ball that was over there to my right, and I was
That's
going. The
no.
thing
Don't
was,
kick yourself on that. I
well,
wanted that to be out.
the thing was, I was running straight and no one was on me, but I saw two people run in between your line of sight and me. So, and then I saw the ball come out to there, and I was like, I didn't see where the ball got released, so I couldn't adjust to it. I was like, gosh,
I
just
I left it inside. I left it in the. That's not you. That's
no.
me. That
I'm
is
talking
me.
about the first
I
one.
left it
I'm
inside, which
talking
I
about
tended like.
you left it outside. That was the ball you wanted outside.
What play?
Remember
What?
this the first?
Oh,
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
a. Hey, whether you like it or not, there's a safety over top of you. I want you to run a corner
Well,
there.
yeah, but I was just running a streak. But I regardless, I would have seen the
There's a safety there, Ben.
I would have seen the ball being released. Is what I'm saying. But I
It was a
didn't.
bad throw. I wanted to kind of hang it in the
No, that was
air,
a
and I
fine
kind of
throw.
threw.
If I was over there, I
No,
probably could have got there regardless. But there were two people who intercepted my line of sight with you, the ball, and your hand,
well,
and
that
all I
the
see is a
people
ball going
I
behind my
want.
back, and I'm like,
So
"Fuck, there's no way I'm getting
the
this."
only thing I'll say about that play on your part is that there's a safety over top, and I noticed the safeties,
Yeah, I know,
right?
but
And
the
I see
safeties are also standing still,
it was a
and
bad.
I'm flying at full speed. But here's another thing that I
Well,
didn't notice.
remember, you
Max
have to
was running a
remember
post. Max was running a post or something into me. So that
on
means the
the other
safety
side.
was yeah, the safety, you're right, was already
He did.
closing in.
He what?
I did not realize
See
that though.
that was on me because if the safety
Well,
didn't bite on Max.
yeah, I mean you could have hit Max, but the safety was, you're right, was closing in on me a little bit. I still had him beat, but
I
from your
want
angle
that.
it's not gonna look like that. But I
I
definitely
want that to
understand
be.
you throwing the ball in more open space over there to the left. I should have, and I
That
just kicked
that
myself because
that
if
is
I
on.
saw it, if I saw the ball come out
No,
of your
that's not
hand,
on.
I could have
That's
broke
not
over
on
to it.
you. That's not on you. That's on me. And I don't. I don't. I was locking on you because I felt because I think the. I don't think you regarded that play.
I wasn't. I wasn't guarded throughout the entirety of that game, really. And then when they moved their fast guy on me, I still had him like they're and Braden and Tyler, like, and I love them to death, but they were smart for calling this out. Um, they were telling me come back, run a comeback, run a comeback, and I was like, I didn't really understand why, but now that I'm thinking about it, every single game they have played 20 to 15 to 10 yards off of me. It's like insane the amount of room that they gave me. And it works on
But
deeper
they
shit.
also
But the thing
they
with the
don't.
comeback is it's a deeper route. So like I don't know. I think we connected
That
on it
wasn't a
once.
comeback though.
We connected on an out route.
Realistically,
That's what we did.
no, no, no. I'm talking about the play that you saw. I threw it to
Oh
like
no, I'm not talking
kind
about
of,
that. But that's I was just mentioning that because that's what they kept on telling me to do.
but safety helps come. Safety help was coming over you.
Well, I'm referring to more like later in the game, one-on-one situation where they were telling me to do was run a comeback, and I was like, eh. And I tried it,
No, I
and
agree with
you didn't
that.
have time for it though, because it's too deep. Like
No, it's not even time. Like
you
I
got
no, my
sacked or you
turn.
threw it to Cam or a short dump off when I was running, and I was like, I
I hit
didn't
a
feel like
few.
I could beat him as good as I could run other routes. Like if I
There
ran
was
anything inside, it was basically open, or if I ran, stop and go. I said that I had him once again.
well,
Um,
that was the play that they called out of bounds. By that point, the ref was
even
already mad
yeah,
at me.
even another shot I had him, but I think it was good because I did end up dragging the safety a lot of times. Sometimes they ran empty. They didn't even run a safety some of the times.
Yeah, and there were some plays at quarterback that I don't need to throw where I could have taken all. Like there's
Yeah,
plays where I could have taken but I was
there wasn't a lot
doubting
of that.
myself,
I,
I guess.
yeah, you didn't run the ball today. I mean,
I had one run and it was 13-ish yards, which is
yeah, you got sacked on the drive when we scored as well. I'm remembering. I don't even know how the hell that
oh
was
no, it
possible.
wasn't
We could,
that was a QB draw and they double blitz and it just
yeah,
blew up the play
yeah.
because they were single blitzing and they just happened to guess they randomly ran a double blitz. But I will say their blitzers were better than our division's blitzers. But I think, honestly, our division was tougher. I think that
I say definitely because that was a
I,
closer game that we should have really like. If I'm being so honest, like
they're at max 2-1 against our division.
yeah, and
But
they were 2-1 against theirs. Honestly, look, that was the game of all games we genuinely like the most shoulda wouldas I could bring out of my mouth like that because
it
it
w-
was we
it
we
was on
led and
it
then it
was
was
on me.
tied
It was on me.
and then had
There's
one
some
score
things
on
I want.
us.
There's some things I wish philosophy differed between what we ran on defense, but our offense could we could
Philosophy or
have
not, we got to
scored.
contain the quarterback. Like that's not even a philosophy thing. That's just a we couldn't catch him, couldn't tackle. That's something.
No, that
I
quarterback
don't
was
know if we got to
we.
practice having flags on people's shoulders or on
There was a
waist
miss.
or.
Their touchdown to go ahead was a spin move. By the way, we got flagged for, but that's besides the point. It's a lack of
Hats on the ball. Just gotta get hats on the
not
ball.
even. We had three people, two or three people right there. He spun out of it. It's whatever, but you just gotta like. I got flagged for this later in the game. I'm not even get started on like the difference between me being physical and other people being
Mm-hmm.
physical. But you just grab a, like, you just have to grab towards the flag. Like we just didn't do that.
Yeah. I feel like I said, maybe we gotta practice with flags on or something, or I don't know. I really don't.
Well, we
Because
didn't practice.
I struggle with that pulling flags. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you if I made a single tackle the
As,
entire season.
as a rusher, I've realized like you grab near the flag and you grab the person
Yeah. I'm
against
grabbing more
less
of that in the
athletic.
waist,
Uh,
and that's where I'll miss.
Against lesser quarterbacks of like the threat of them running, you just grab anywhere near him because he's gonna make a mistake. As soon as you're near him, he wants to throw the ball. This quarterback, it's a different league that they played a different division.
Yeah.
I honestly think the weaker our division was tougher. I think
Yeah.
than what they played in.
I feel like shit, like I like the zone keeping everything in front of you, but we could have kept everything in front of us running man because
No, I don't want you to keep
forcing
everything.
forcing that pass, like I'm realizing now, it's like if we were man up, even on their drive where they drove down the field on us, like because I was
They didn't
actually
drive down the
watching.
field. It was a big play.
Well,
Are you
no,
talking
no,
about
I'm
before the
talking
half?
about, yeah, before the half when they drove down on us and we were running kind of
We
more of a
weren't
zone.
blitzing.
Well,
We were not putting any.
well,
No, we weren't.
I was in
We
the
weren't
middle of
putting
two. I was in the middle of two people, so that means someone was uncovered. That means we were in a zone.
someone.
I can pull it up.
Well, it's because so during that drive,
Regardless, that's not what I was
I'm
trying to say.
faking a
Is
blitz.
our
I'm
guys are so much better than theirs, and their quarterback quite literally could not pass for the life of them. So I'm thinking now, it's
that's
like
where
honestly, I feel like we genuinely probably should have just kept it in man and figured out something to do.
no, I
I'm actually gonna
disagree
pull
with
this
that.
up right here, where I'm gonna pull it up on my computer.
I don't
But
have any of the film, any of what like the above view.
mm-hmm.
But you put pressure on the quarterback. You play up, make him make that throw downfield. Is my philosophy on it.
Can't. I can only save in a chat. Can't do it.
Especially that quarterback. That quarterback was way more of a threat on his feet than he was throwing the ball.
Absolutely, I absolutely agree. That's
So
why I
what do
say
you
we force him to
what?
throw the ball.
But we didn't do
No,
well.
we
You
couldn't
forcing him to throw the
because
ball.
forcing,
You
but
have to
but
no
by
no 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 no
rushing the
no.
quarterback, it's not forcing him to throw the ball. It's forcing him to run.
Force him to run and have people ready for him to run is what my thought process is in defense.
It
That's where
doesn't. It,
our and
it is,
I will say
but with
this
a guy who
across.
can make you and Cam miss with ease, we shouldn't be blitzing. We should like honestly
No,
just step back and
I
hold the
compl- I
line,
I
and then
I
creep up when
completely
everything's covered. When the time's starting to run out and he's starting to
I
get jittery, he
that's
has nowhere to go.
that's one
Make him
thing I
force a bad throw into coverage. That's what I think.
blitzing two makes him throw the ball.
Quicker, yeah, but honestly, Like at the state of the game,
Ben,
it was.
I'm gonna
It didn't
listen.
really
I
matter.
play.
It honestly, at the end of the day, it didn't matter. I definitely understand what you're saying. It does work to a degree, and so does mine. But at the end of the day, that's not what lost us the game. What
It
lost us
depends
the
who
game
you're.
was not tackling.
The
So
offense lost the game.
yeah,
And that's on me.
yeah,
But I will say on the defensive side, and this is where I will argue your philosophy is don't blitz anyone, sit back in coverage. He's picking up 5 to 10 yards on a rush
yeah.
if you do that.
Well, not
So
if we
my
have
thought,
someone in the middle, because we'd have an extra guy. We would have an extra guy to spy on him. It's 7-on-7. We'd have one guy instead of rushing him, sit and spy.
sit and spy. So when you rush one and you sit and spy one,
No, we don't need a rush. No rush at all. Just one spy.
The one spy doesn't work.
I don't. I think we should try it.
I that's the one thing I would disagree with you on. You blitz two, you don't necessarily blitz two. So one's a spy, one is a blitzer. The blitzer's job should be to force the quarterback, and this is what a lot of good defenses do. You force the quarterback into one side of the field, right? You force them to rush, you force them to scramble out to one side.
Yeah.
That cuts the field in half, right?
Yeah.
Then you have a cleanup guy, which would be the
That's what they
spy.
did to us. Actually, I'm kind of realizing because everything
Yeah,
was
no,
completely
that's exactly what it did
naked
to us.
on the
That's what
backside, on
the
the side
Sharks
that you
did.
couldn't throw. Yeah.
Out of the three games I started, that's what the games that we lost is they forced me out to one side. Then you're only covering half the field. Make him make if he makes that throw across the field, that's not a problem. He's not making that throw every time.
Yeah, that is true. I'm
You
realizing.
force him to one side. You close off. You basically set a wall, saying that at least in my defensive like philosophy is you force the quarterback to go to one side. It basically closes off half of the field.
Mm-hmm. I definitely see what you're saying now, but
Because that
um,
quarterback, when he's being pressured, when he's running, he's not looking to the backside where you might not have numbers.
but the thing is, you can't. It's hard to predict it, but I definitely see because
But
it works so well against us.
you can force him to decide that.
Yeah.
And if he makes that throw across the field, hats off to him. That's not going to happen every time.
Yeah.
And it's not like you bring all your bodies into the one side. It's not like he's wide open.
That is true. That is true. Last couple topics I want to go over before I need to fucking go to sleep. What was I thinking? Yeah, honestly, the defense looked pretty good. Offense, I mean, we struggled with penalties. That was really it.
We just got behind. We got behind the chains.
Thoughts for force. What are you thinking? Because it's more like a one-on-one sort of deal. There's no blitz.
Wait, repeat that.
Thoughts with the 4v4 tournament because it is straight up just there's no
It's
blitz.
a different game.
Yeah, completely.
I I don't think I'm the quarterback in that game.
You don't think?
No.
Okay.
I think the philosophy in 7-on-7, like really I can pick up yardage when in trouble and I could decide like and I didn't make great decisions this year.
I mean, it's hard to adjust in only 3 games and then a
I had
playoff
I
game.
had I had 3 games total. I had 2 games in the playoff.
That is true.
I didn't have a preseason to play quarterback,
Nope. Yeah, you had
which
three
would have
games total. I think that
three
was kind
games
of.
total.
I think we just kind of honestly, personnel wise, we weren't consistent. We really weren't. Trey was gone the entire time. Mike was out today. Like when we needed people to make
Trey,
like
no,
when you
Mike,
were not doing
Mike
as
at
good.
running back. Mike at running back was a big help because
Yeah,
he saw things that I didn't because I didn't play football,
yeah,
and he would communicate that with me. And then when he was at running back, he was great at blocking and then slipping. Like if it was slipping out, blocking, whatever, he was pretty good at it.
yeah,
Losing Mike tonight did hurt.
yeah.
You have people playing halfback who've never played it. They've been playing wide receiver. It's a
If
different
Mike was there,
game.
that pick wouldn't have happened. Um, Another thing I was gonna say,
Well, that pick shouldn't have happened in general. I should have motioned you back out into a slot.
regardless, I wouldn't have been there in the first place. But Trey was gone. Tyler started. I don't know. Like, I don't know why this even happened. Because I guess we were assuming Tyler was gonna play, but Tyler started the scrimmage, which is to get us all warmed up at quarterback. So yeah, you never fully got your first full start until when?
Week two.
Week 1 was it?
Two.
Week 2.
Week one, I got a drive.
Yeah. That's when me and you scored.
Yep. But week 2 was really my first keys to the system,
Yeah,
which I made mistakes of.
but you also weren't prepared.
I wouldn't say that I wasn't prepared. No, I won't blame it on preparedness.
I mean,
There's stuff that
consistently.
I play back in my head that, like, based off of the season, bad plays that I've made is just, it's mental fortitude, probably.
Yeah. Well, I think it's all fixable. Honestly, like you said, we have the athletes, we got the tools, shit. Like
We have the
we
tools.
gashed them today.
At quarterback, I have the ability to do the things. It's just I was making it's just dumb decisions at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't.
gashed them on one. Cam really tore them the fuck up. And then
That rush
Max had
play
a.
was big.
And honestly, we should have kept running the ball, but they kind of blitzing too, and that kind of killed it. But then Max with that
Well,
beautiful head top. Honestly, all that.
that wasn't a head top. That was no one was on Max. I saw that. It was a fourth down. I saw no one's on him. If I put it, Max is gonna come down with it. If I put it up, I put it up, and he caught it, and he housed it.
Yeah.
We need the next year. I think is the big thing on offense is when we see numbers, we take the shot at the numbers.
What do you mean?
So let's say I don't know what our formation was on that play on the fourth down where I went to Max and he ended up housing it. There was no one. He lined up in the slot. I had. I think I don't remember I think it was Alex. Alex ran something that kind of drawed the other guy off. No one's on. So basically, you're leaving it onto either I guess, linebacker air quotes or a safety air quotes on Max. So I saw that play. I saw the pre snap because they lined up in their formation before the snap. I literally told you that this ball is going to Max.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I told you this ball is going to Max. I don't give a like. I really didn't give a fuck. We're gonna throw it to our guy who is a taller receiver matched up against whatever because they didn't have anyone lined up on him head
No,
on.
they had their bigger guy on me, because they were fucking terrified. And then they.
And we could have hit you a few more times.
Well, there's no need. I mean, like, I love today, honestly, like, retrospectively, like, the amount of shots we took, like, I live for that shit. Like,
we
I
do,
love you throwing the ball up, make me make a play, because they're not
I
coming down with it.
definitely
There's no way in hell they're coming down with it. So,
I took
especially
shots
one-on-one
today.
coverage, yeah, like, you got that's what makes
Yeah,
us good. That's what's gonna separate us down the
I
field,
did
because
too much.
like that's where I made my bread and butter. One-on-one matchups, and that's what Max does very well. That's what Cam
Well,
does very well.
that's Cam is a good
We
get
got
him into space.
yeah,
Get you got to get Cam into space. He's gonna break one or two. That's automatically a 10-yard gain.
yep,
You are a good route specialist, kind of like what I would say. If they mismatch you, it's gone. It's over. That's where I'm looking, and you saw that in the
yeah,
game that we won. I saw they had a mismatch on you, and I said fade, and I just put it in the back corner.
yeah.
I knew you're the only one who has a chance to come down with that. Cam, I already explained this. Cam is a guy that you put in space because he's gonna make two or three miss,
Mm-hmm.
at least two, one or two, and you were harping on the run game. I think we honestly fade Cam back out, like fake hand off the Cam, then hit him after that.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause he had
Because
that big run. He had that big run with all hats, knowing it was going to him.
Because
except for the rushers.
my thing was when I think of the run game, I think of Cam just gashing him. Because like the second the ball's in his hands, I mean, I wish I could do the same. I I'm just too. I don't know. I don't got that acceleration like that. I'm more of a if you hit me down the
He
field, I'm gone. But the second he gets
Cam's
the ball in his
elusive.
hands, he's lightning quick. He's very quick. So that's why
Cam,
I'm like
Cam
run the
Cam's
ball with Cam.
elusive.
You know.
Cam's elusive, right?
Yeah.
Max is your guy. You go on if there's one hat on him, you throw it to him.
Yeah.
You you are a route runner, and if they don't,
Nothing good to say about me.
no, you are our best route runner on our team. I think
I feel like I make good separation, and if I'm not making separation, I'm catching the fucking football.
you're.
Cam doesn't
I
have the
can.
down. I will say I love Cam. He dropped
You
the ball in his
you
hands today. He doesn't
you
have the
have better.
downfield hands.
You have the
Max's
better
hands are
hands.
Max, yeah, I would say that's probably my only good trait.
No, I think Cam's
Max's
the
hand,
lob up ball.
I
You
like,
just lob it up to him.
yeah. Cam dropped one though.
No. I said Cam. I meant Max.
Max, yeah, Max is
Max
definitely a
is
lob up
one.
one.
If you
My,
see him 1-on-1, you take
yeah,
it.
my thing with Max though, like in practice, for whatever reason, he had an epidemic at dropping the ball like very badly. Um,
I
like
didn't.
I
I didn't.
haven't seen a reason
I didn't notice
not
that.
throwing up to him right now. I'm just
It depends.
nervous.
It depends on the route. It depends on the
Yeah,
route for Cam, like or not
Max.
Cam. Max.
Yeah.
Max. If you got him 1-on-1 and it's you take that shot. You take the shot
Oh,
on
absolutely.
Max.
Yeah, I
If
think
if he's alone and he has one guy on him, you throw that ball up. He's gonna catch it.
we have honestly like, and that's when I kind of realized that we have such a good receiving core. I think, and that's why I don't think it'll ever change. Like, yeah, getting a mod or some switch out guy, in case we're all locked up for whatever reason. But like, I realized this also.
Ahmad,
We really
Ahmad
got
is
everything.
Ahmad's a summer away from being a stud too.
Yeah, because and Justin, shit, he was able to run the ball. He ran very well.
And we should have included Justin Moore. I think
He was a star on
Ahmad too.
defense, so he
Ahmad
just
Ahmad too.
yeah.
There are
But
times where
the thing is, there's also times where
I
people who
just
come
didn't
to
have the
practice,
chemistry with
the
Ahmad.
people I was saying,
Oh
there's no
yeah,
chemistry developed. If you come to practice, you trust your
like
guys. That's my thing. Get your guys out there. Who do you trust? Who's gonna make a play in that moment? You know, I'd love
yeah.
for Ahmad or Justin to be some go-to guys. You know, but and
No,
I'm
Justin
not
and
trying to
we
say I'm better than anyone else because honestly, there's things that people have over
no.
me.
You
But
are you're a target that I will hit, but you're not a guy I would screen to.
no,
Is the way I
I
see
mean,
it.
I could still do it, but I mean,
Oh,
obviously,
no. I'm not
I'm not
saying you
that go-to
can't.
guy for that.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that you can't do it.
It's just not my best thing to do. I'd rather run something downfield, cut something up across, something like that. Um, I think that would be great pieces for people with elite speed.
No, like Justin, we should probably utilize more. Like he just didn't. Like honestly, he didn't get much. I don't know how much playing time he got on offense.
Hmm.
Like it'd been nice to have Trey, who I've
Yeah, I
thrown
mean
to before.
that was gold. Honestly, Zach, like thinking back to the scrimmage, I was thinking I was like, there's no way in the world, like, cause that's what me and Cameron were thinking. I was like, there's no way in the world we're ever gonna touch the ball. I was like we just got it up to Trey on a screen pass every time, cause that like literally like it was a house call. I was like, good lord, we're gonna tear him up, and then Trey's gone. Honestly, like, I I don't want to say like our season depended on him being out, but lord.
No, it didn't. We had the weapons that we could have utilized.
How much better would we have been?
Well,
You
Trey
know,
on offense is one thing. Trey on defense is a whole nother
like
thing. You
exactly,
could
like
island Trey. You can island Trey on any receiver, I think.
yeah, I agree. Not only that, like sorry. Not only that, not only that.
Quieter.
that, he can hawk down anyone as well, you know?
Trey's a big piece missed this year
Yeah.
on offense and really on defense because you can island their best receiver and then play off of that. What you need to do to the court, like the biggest two things I think for intramural flag football, from what I've seen, is that you have to make the quarterback move. You have to make throws, and then you have to take out their biggest threat. Which, if we had
Yeah.
Trey, you could take out the biggest threat. Me and Cam rushing, and it didn't work today. It was I didn't do a good job of. So when Cam was rushing, I was dropping back, trying to take out that easy throw.
Hang on a second. This says we
There's
lost.
just
This says we lost 21-6.
well,
That's not
I
right.
don't know. I got thrown out before that.
That's not right.
That
Did
isn't
we load
right.
up another score?
Not that I know of. I was thrown out by that point.
Throw another pick six? How did this... Well... Let me think. Did anyone throw up stats? No. Man, those guys are so fucking trash.
They weren't trash. That's a solid team, I think.
No. I mean, maybe in intramural flag football, but... Dude,
No,
it's...
Ben. That's the thing that you forget about intramural flag football is like these guys weren't
I know.
like you have athleticism and you have whatever. They're not the best athletes at this what they're doing.
No. I don't know how we lost that much. That's not right. I thought we lost by a score.
They didn't
I
score.
had a two feeling, like I felt inside me that we lost by two, but I didn't feel like we lost that much.
We lost. Well, the feeling inside you that lost by we didn't lose by 21. They didn't score another touchdown. I don't
It
think
says
they scored.
21-6. Were we
That's
down two
wrong.
scores?
No, we weren't.
You
When
sure?
I got thrown out of the game, we weren't.
Yeah, because that's right. They didn't score.
The game was a touchdown and a 3-point.
I wonder if Catholics won. The Catholics made it a game against the Sharks, Zach.
Did they really?
Yes. 21.
Wow.
I want you to guess the score.
How much? So who
I
scored
gave you
21?
one piece. I gave you one piece of the puzzle.
I'm gonna say that's the Sharks, and the Catholics scored 6 or maybe 2 touchdowns. Put it 13-21.
You are a point off.
What was the point?
21-14. That is a 7-point game, sir. One score game against the best team. That puts everything.
No, the Sharks weren't the best team.
In our division.
I always knew Top Ego would be the Sharks.
Sharks beat Top Ego, Zach.
Wait, they did?
Yes.
That was the 14-6 or whatever.
Yep.
Sharks were 3-0.
Yeah. And they barely by the skin of their teeth. Maybe that score doesn't tell the full story, but
I mean, it might have been a late touchdown. They were up by
maybe,
2.
But Lord. Wish we could have got him. I wish.
Man, we should have played Banana Boys. We'd have put up fucking 40.
We would have had to play at 7 p.m. for that one.
I would have played at 7 p.m.
Gosh, man. That hurts. That hurts bad. It's like a kick in the dick.
You just learn from it. You lose, you just gotta learn from it. There's no such thing as a loss unless you learn from it. Or, I probably fucked up that quote. You don't lose if you learn from it.
That is facts. I mean, and I've definitely learned a lot. Like, kind of, like, because all we really did, like, back when we played football a lot, like at Hubert and stuff, it's just ones. So it's a lot more deeper developing stuff. And I've realized now, at least this season, You don't got time for it. You really don't.
Well, it's not that I don't got time for it, but that throw is way more like
Yeah.
it's harder throw. It's not that I can't make that throw, but it's just that it's it depends. There's sometimes where I'm forced out and then the throw is there. I think we were undercoached on defense because I feel like a lot of defenses would have handled that what we face today a lot better. And
Well,
I
there was nothing to handle. We just this one play. That's literally just one play. Everything else
but
is fine.
they were moving the ball on that drive. They were moving the
Not
ball.
remember it was second
They
down,
got to
was it
the
not?
that no, they got to they were like 2nd and 10. They were moving the ball.
We could have
You
we could have stopped it right there. That's 2 plays away.
I agree
I
with
say
that,
we
but
we did a great job coming back from the defensive fucking catastrophe that was week 2 and week 1. That shit
there's
was a nightmare.
we're still
We
missing pieces. We're still
Yeah.
missing
Give me
something.
Trey.
I don't know.
Just give me Trey. And the same guys
I
we had
don't
out there
even
tonight. Give me
I don't
Trey.
even I don't even think it's like a concept. I don't even think it's an athlete. I think it's a concept,
I think
to
it's an
be
athlete
honest.
as of now because the concept hasn't proved to be. There has been no right or wrong
Well, if you
concept.
don't
We've
have
switched
the
them up
athletes, you'll
twice.
never know.
We've switched between man and zone and perfect works perfect every time. I think we
Well,
need
you
the
have to
athletes
run
to tackle
both. You
better.
have to run both. You have to know what. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not a defensive guy. I see it from the quarterback's point of view. Like if they give you that yardage, you take it. It will
yeah,
hurt them in the long run.
yeah,
Which I didn't do a good job of today. There was times where I could have taken off and then I didn't, and then it resulted in bad things.
yeah. Well, we'll get it fixed for next year in the 4v4. Well, Zach, I'm gonna let you go. I'm exhausted. Um, I'm ready for bed. Should I go back over to
All right,
Lily's? Considering it,
if you want to.
she wouldn't let me in. She's asleep.
You don't have a key.
No,
I'll just stay home.
just fucking break the door down. My own bed is nice.
I mean, if she's already asleep, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't got. Oh no, I do. Yep, I do.
There's just a lot. We have to. I think I see the defensive philosophy different than you do. Maybe the mix is in the middle.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. Maybe we need a new head at the defense then, or because shit. For like I said with Trey, who knows? Who knows?
It could be completely different with Trey, but we didn't have Trey. It's a
Nope.
philosophy. Like it's
I
a.
mean, he might control the defense. He might be the one to be call the shots.
I I think on the defense things have to change a little. Like not big changes. Like we had our shining moments. Like when we're in the red zone, we're fine.
Yeah.
But we were always prone to big play. Or like a 4th and 20 against the Sharks, or not the Sharks, the Daughter Daters. Like that shouldn't
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. Should have been a shutout. By the way, what did that ref say?
I don't know what the ref said. I got
You
thrown
talked
out.
to one of us. No, the daughter dater guy. He was refing the game next to us. He said something, right?
And he basically said the one team was ass. So I don't know.
No, well, he's fucking ass. We
It's
threw
whatever,
Oscar on him.
man.
I'd hope he would, at least catch one.
It's whatever, man. I just don't like how the refs are protecting other people. I guess for me, but when the same thing happens to me, it's not equal. Like I just want equality in the way that things are called. It's not gonna happen because it's intramurals. They don't make enough money, but it's whatever.
You already know what I'm about to say. So I'm just not gonna say it while we're recording. But I think it's I don't know. I mean I honestly couldn't tell you, but
I mean, maybe I argue about the calls too much and they don't give me the calls, but at the same time, I think what I'm arguing is fair. Like, I was told the week before, if you're going for the quarterback, you can't go for the ball out of his hand. My arm gets walloped. in a fucking throw, it's not a flag. I argue it, which is probably not the right thing to do. I probably should have just fucking taken that and then just kept playing, but it's
Well,
whatever.
you can't predict anything because like I have an opportunity. The ref will be like, any questions, whatnot, like about what's gonna be called today, and that's probably the opportunity for me to ask. But I don't know what the
Well,
fuck.
there's plays
How am
like
I supposed to
that.
know?
There's plays like that where the
You know?
quarterback is lining up and throwing and you tap his arm.
Yeah.
Who knows if like one day it's not a penalty, the other day the guy says it's all ball, but like he clearly followed through on my arm, which would be unnecessary roughness. Because I was told that's why I didn't care. That's why I threw that ball.
The thing is,
I
what
was
I'm
told the week
also
before is
realizing.
that you can't go for his arm. You can't go for his arm. So basically the way I see the penalty is if you are within 2 steps, maybe less, 1.5 steps from the quarterback, and you put your arm up and you make contact with his arm. The way that I see it is that's a penalty, which is what, like, yeah, he got a decent bit of the ball, but he still hit my follow through, which is not okay
One thing that I'm
because it's a
noticing is if that there's one ref or no refs watching the ball or the play. Um, on you, for instance, he didn't see it, and so when you argue or say your case, it doesn't matter. If he doesn't see it,
I
it's not
know
going
I
to happen.
can't
My
I
my
can't see
touchdown.
I can't say my
The
case.
blonde ref was moving the cones as if I caught it, and he's only stopped when the dumbass black chick who fucking couldn't ref the entire, like, hasn't ref softball right and hasn't ref this right, fucking said I stepped out. So it's like
That's a
you're
different
moving the
story.
chains. Or no, it's like it's the same story. It's like you don't. There's
No,
one person watching one thing. Why are
that's a
all three
miscommunication.
judges not watching the same thing and getting in consensus
Well,
what's
well,
going
no,
on?
okay, that's my
Because
second
that's how
argument.
officiating works. You're all watching the same
Okay,
thing. It's not
when
one
my
person's watching
arm
over here or over there. It's come on.
Okay, so the week before, I nicked the ball and caught a little bit of his arm.
Yeah.
Warning. And by the way, they got like 6 chances on a fourth down.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one of them. Okay, but we come back to the next week. He clearly and he hit my arm in the follow through.
Yeah.
That's a penalty in my mind. So, like, if you're gonna call me nicking the ball and I got ball, if you're gonna call me nicking the ball and it's the ball goes straight into the ground, whatever, like incomplete, but you call a flag, okay, but like I get that. I'm okay with that call. Now, if I'm throwing the ball,
Just be
you
consistent
at
on your calls.
by okay, so it's just a consistency, yes. So I was told after I nicked the ball that you're only allowed to go for the flag of the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when I go to throw this ball, by the way, it's a wide open target. I don't remember who it was. No one's on him. I get clipped and I guess the ball is going forward. He said all ball, whatever. He still hit my fucking arm. It doesn't fucking matter. He made contact with the arm. By rule of the week before, which is probably the right rule, because he's already mad at me at this point because I complain. I don't complain. I literally ask him questions, and then when his questions starts to become inconsistent, that's when I start asking. That's when I start getting on to him,
You
right?
are very aggressive though when
No,
you
I wouldn't.
ask
I didn't
questions.
say anything vulgar to him until
No,
after I
not
got thrown out
vulgar.
there.
No, you never say anything vulgar. Period.
I'm asking him a question. I'm just asking him
Yeah.
questions because I'm trying to understand how you are officiating this game, right? I want to know, and when your answers start to become inconsistent, then I'm gonna say like, and I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
If it changes based off of like whatever situation it is, I'm gonna ask questions because my arm, according to the week before, you can't interrupt the arm in its throwing lane, which my arm was interrupted in the throwing lane, which is
Mm-hmm.
apparently not right. And I mind you, I'm not playing the victim, but I've had Tommy John, right? So
Yeah.
when my arm gets hit in that throw, and
Well, you're gonna
he
be
tells
pissed.
me he tells me it's a non-contact sport. When my arm gets contacted in the throwing motion, it should be a flag, right?
Yeah.
Based off of what he was saying before. Now, I don't have a problem with like the defense being able, like the rusher being able to reach up to the thing. But when I'm told that's not okay, and then it happens for me, and then it is okay, that brings that's a I don't know because I've had a few Capri Suns. That makes you that makes your league illegitimate.
Yeah, I agree.
When you can't have a base call on a simple play, it's the same play. It's the same play, and mine was less aggressive when I was rushing and I tapped the ball, caught a little bit of his arm, but I didn't swat his arm. I'm not going to swat someone's arm, right? But his follow through hit my arm, and so I assume that's a penalty based off the week before. I don't have a problem with I would like the defense to be able to reach up and like if he's throwing it, just like I don't not for like I don't not that I don't care about safety, but I like the idea of being able like if he's in a throwing motion and you could deflect it there. If you hit his arm, it doesn't matter. I like that, but when I'm told it's one thing but it just like as a player, as a quarterback, it doesn't. The call gets changed, and if you're saying the call is to protect the player, and then when it
The
doesn't
player
protect the
actually needs to
players.
be protected, and it doesn't get called.
Because I mind you, he didn't have two hands up. He had one hand up. It was a prayer to swat the ball down, but he contacted the arm. So based off the week before, I assume you cannot touch the quarterback when he's in his throwing motion.
Hmm.
You have to go for the flag. You have to go for the sack.
Like I said, officials not watching. All right, well, I am gonna
It's
call
not.
it.
There's one thing I'll say. One more in
Go ahead.
this.
Go ahead.
It's not officials not watching. It's officials choosing and picking when they want to call shit, and it changing based off of who it's called against and who it's called for. That's the only thing I'll say, and that's why I got thrown out of the game is because I was confused on why shit was being called against me when I am playing defense and why it's not called when I'm at quarterback and the same thing happens. It needs to be a consistent basis. And I mind you, it's not like they changed the refs, right? It's the
Well,
same ref.
that's an inconsistent ref because he fucked us over in 44. He fucked us over in Sharks game, and then he decided to be good against Notre Daters, and then fucked us over again.
It's an
So
inconsistency in the sport.
yeah,
It's in the league. I'll say league. It's an inconsistency in the league, and it needs to be fixed. Like if you're one week saying like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna hurt his arm," okay. I've went through Tommy John. I've played college baseball. I've went through the process of fixing the arm. Okay, I'm fine with that. I like that, and like I was not appalled by him saying that.
yeah,
I was like, okay, I'll go for the sack. But when it happens for me, right? When it
yeah.
happens to me, it needs to be the same. That's the only thing that I ask for. The calls have to be consistent, and they can't change just because you don't like that I question you. That's why the call. That's why the call wasn't called. It's because he didn't like me. That guy does not like me. I will never get a call from that guy.
Nope.
And
That's
I
fair.
mind you, the week before I got decked 3 plays in about 5 plays in a row, and no one got thrown out. And I didn't even say it to him. I was like, I didn't know spinning. I was legitimately questioning. Like I didn't know spinning was illegal because the touchdown that they had, their go ahead touchdown, was a spin. He spun out of the tackle.
Yeah.
So at the end
I
of
mean,
the
that
day,
is a new rule. It's like
that
I don't
that
know, soft, soft.
it needs to be consistent. It needs to go both ways. Like
Yep.
if you're calling, like I get it if you're calling it on, like if I'm being too rough or whatever. But at the same time, the reason
Oh,
that I'm rough is because there's no calls on my side.
none. Literally none. Because
I
I don't
got
think I've
nut
ever been
tapped.
hit in the.
I got nut
Yeah.
tapped my first pass against Dater Daughters, and I asked them, "Is that not like it? Fucking hurt. It did hurt." But like my question is, and then I lightly tap the ball and follow through and hit a little bit of his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well they have to go both ways. They can't be inconsistent.
I absolutely agree. They didn't get called for not one singular penalty, not one.
And then all their calls where we were offsides, we weren't offsides because I was looking on those calls. I may not be good at like picking up when the whistle is when I can snap the ball, but I know when my guys are set. So I like
I mean, I very
I
well could have
see it.
been, but I'd say at least 3 of those I was not. So I think it's a little stupid.
It's whatever, but I just want the calls to be consistent. If you're consistent with what you're calling, I won't say a thing. I wouldn't have been thrown out if he was a consistent caller.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, it has to go both ways. It can't change week to week either. They need to set a base rule. Like, and I get like the tap, like the reaching for the ball when the quarterback's about to throw it. Like that's a very like loose. Like they don't think about that when they're making rules. But if you're a ref, you have to have the same rule on that shit. Because my arm honestly still does hurt from that throw.
No, I bet. I would
But
not
it's
doubt it.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about the play. I'm not complaining about
We gotta do
anything
better.
but the refs being inconsistent. And I'll sit here and say like that's not what lost us the game. I'm not playing victim. We lost the game. But it has to be consistent.
I agree.
There has to be a level of like integrity in the sport. And I get it's flag football. It's not very fucking serious. Like I don't give a fuck that I
Well, the
fucking
refs seem
lost.
to take it pretty serious when you get fucking thrown out of the game. So, or
And then he kicks me
tell
out
me
of
to
he
watch my
kicks me
mouth.
he kicks me
I,
out of the facility after that too.
yeah, pretty serious to me.
Well,
I didn't tell you. I was shit talking the fucking Ethiopian exchange student ref who clearly has never watched football in his fucking life.
but I'm
I
not
said
gonna
that
blame
shit.
him for that.
I know.
I'm not gonna
No, I
blame him
will
for that.
because he's calling bad calls. He's horrible. He's been terrible. I told him I was like maybe I screamed and he was right next to me. I said, I was like he was like y'all might want to hire someone who's actually watched a little bit more than a game of football in their life to referee a game. And then
The one thing I will say,
he
Ben,
snapped
though,
at 1 second. He snapped at me. He said he's like watch your fucking mouth. And I was like or else. I literally said that shit. And
and
that was
another
when the
thing
guy
is
came over and asked me for my name. Go ahead. Sorry.
another thing is you have refs playing in the league, right? I
What do you mean?
get decked
Oh,
in.
yeah. Yeah.
I get decked into to Mike in that play.
Yeah.
So why is a few words? I'm not like it should be action based. Why
Yeah.
am I getting thrown out after a few words that I didn't even say to him? But the guy obviously was purposely hitting people, like not hitting, but like he was hitting. Like why is that not a throw-outable offense? But me saying a few words to the ref, that's just like you're leaving the ref into the like. And this was a close game, I mind you. It was not a close game.
No.
Like
The
the
game
ref
was
should
over.
not inject himself into the game like that.
No.
And like the pass interference on you, I'm okay with that being a no call as long as you don't. And as long as you don't, when I pull a flag, you don't call necessary roughness because I pulled flag.
Yeah.
I pulled flag. I didn't go. I didn't go to like. He didn't get knocked over. He. I didn't. He. I. He was like a. It was like a. It was like a handoff or something. I pull his flag. Right.
Mhm.
He's not throwing the ball. I'm not hurting him. I'm not hitting him. I'm pulling the flag. Just because, like, maybe his momentum stopped when I went to pull the flag because I missed the flag maybe a little bit and his momentum stops, doesn't mean it's a penalty. That's not a penalty.
That guy happened today.
That happened today. I pulled a flag and he threw an unnecessary roughness. Oh, wait, that was a pass. That was a touchdown pass where I actually pulled the flag before he threw the ball. And then they called the flag on top and then they declined it. But like at the end of the day, you have to have set rules. You have to have non I'm going to say he's biased. He didn't want us to win. He doesn't want to do another one of our games. And
Yeah,
I get
I
like
agree.
maybe I will admit I probably question him more than he needs to be, but at the end of the day, like it is my fault we lost the game. But do you want him reffing the other games? Because he's not going to make consistent calls. I bet you there's hella people who hate his calls
Oh,
because
absolutely.
he's sitting here changing rules as it goes on, which is not okay. That is not how the game works. It should be a base call. You have to set the rules for the call. And I don't know if this is his fault or if it's the fucking league's fault for not setting rules on like the throwing and the swatting the ball at the quarterback's hand. Like that might not be his fault. That's a league thing because he's hired by them.
Yeah. Well, it sucks that we won't be able to play any more games, and our season is officially over. I hate it. It fucking blows. Honestly, I can't lie. But we got more things to look forward to. We got other sports.
Yeah, it doesn't
Dodgeball is
matter to
actually
me.
over. If you, I didn't know if I told you.
Wait, what's over?
Dodgeball ended on the 25th. So last week.
Fuck, I was gonna murder some fuckers
I
in
know. I
dodgeball.
really want
Whatever
to.
the next game is, I hope
Kickball is
kickball.
open. We can do kickball. We can do kickball.
I'll play some kickball as long as they figure out their shit. I might not even be allowed to play kickball after fucking flag football, but
They'll
it's not. It's partially my fault, but at the end of the day, the reason that it all happened is because there's questions about certain calls that are decided by the ref, and if the ref picks a side, which is obviously not my side, it's never been my side.
Well, it is a kickball tournament. Currently, 2 people aren't in it. That sounds like a free T-shirt to me. Like softball should fit. So.
Oh, my leg's even better. Hey, chat. I can hit a 42-yard field goal. So just so you know, if we got in field goal range twice and we had a goalpost, we'd have been in that bitch.
We would have. I'm trying to see if I can just go ahead and create our team for kickball.
I gotta figure out I don't know my login for IM Leagues and it logged me out.
Retarded.
Kickball League. RKBL.
RKBL. Done and done. Create team. Bam.
All right, let's see how the refs fuck it up. I mean, I'm not gonna say the refs lost us that game. We should have not even made it close. They shouldn't have scored.
Nope.
They shouldn't have scored.
Nope.
And we should have scored more. But at the end of the day, there has to be a consistent. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if it's like league rules are very broad, and then it's let up to the ref to decide what's okay, what's not, or if the ref is just changing the rules based on what they see. I don't know what it is, but it has to be better. And
yeah, I agree. Well, episode 2, we'll probably bring in everyone else to rehash all this stuff. I'd like to hear from everyone, honestly. I'd like us all to just rant, because this shit's been stressful as fuck. I don't know if I'll sleep tonight, honestly, because
I'm completely fine. I have Ohio
I'm
State
aggravated.
to watch.
I'm honestly aggravated. And that's how that is hilarious, because that was what I was thinking. Unfortunately, South Carolina does not play this week, so.
Bye week drama.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great that I have a bye week. I just got enough.
No, that's good for you. You guys beat Kentucky, so you're chilling.
Yeah, we got our win, so we can rest. Hopefully. Oh.
No, you might lose the bye week. Like
I was gonna say
Florida probably lost the bye week.
Let's look at this captain's agreement. I wonder if I have to take a kickball quiz. It just blows that when our.
I'm gonna read the next thing I enter. I'm gonna read all the rules. I'm gonna know the rules better than the ref. And when they get that wrong and they kick me out, I'm gonna know the rule. And I'm gonna tell the guy that they didn't follow the rule. And I'm gonna do it.
You can't find the rules. Like, there's not a rule book, unfortunately.
Okay, so can you swat a ball out of a quarterback's hand or no?
I don't know. It's whatever the hell they say. Honestly,
I want his paycheck from that night. I want his paycheck from that night because I had to endure his shitty refereeing. If he's right, then I have his other paycheck because he changed the rules. But anyways, I should get paid whatever he got paid to endure that fucking bullshit.
I also want to get that drone up next time I play football, because I swear if I want to be able to watch it all back. Like, that's exactly the first thing I want to do right now is watch it all back. I don't care if it's flag football, but because it's just so annoying. Like, when stuff like that happens, you know?
And then like it'd be nice to know if you're inbounds or out of bounds. Like
Yeah, like that's something I gotta
it was
fucking.
definitely a pass interference missed call, but we weren't
Yeah.
getting a call at that point in the game.
Hmm.
It's a non-contact sport, but as soon as I get contacted, it isn't a non-contact sport. You can just fucking swipe that shit all you want. Throw your hand up, tear his labrum, tear his UCL, do whatever the fuck at that point. But it's whatever.
It's funny, because when I went, I think I went to the bench for, I took myself out or something. I don't know. I took myself out, and fucking two random guys on their team. I don't know why. I guess everyone, because people were saying they were talking about me being good or whatever. People doubling me up or so. I don't know. They were yapping about me the entire game, and two
I
random
heard about that.
guys. They like came up to me. They're like, "Are you Benjamin Smith?" Like just completely mocking my first name, and I was like, "Yeah." Like this fucking troll dapped me up. I was like, fuck, I want to change my
No,
name right now.
honestly, I would have punched a motherfucker in
I
the
really
face.
wanted to. I was so
There
pissed. I
was a
was
guy
like,
on the sideline saying some shit about me playing quarterback, but I
yeah,
actually
that
threw
shit
more
pissed me
real.
off. They're like,
I
you
threw
fucking
more
get
real touchdowns than their fucking
so
quarterback
you just sub
on
me
a
as the
spin move,
quarterback.
which according to the rule book, based off of the calls, is illegal. So it's technically a missed call because we can't spin. He spun on his touchdown. He had one touchdown. I would have probably had two if they didn't fucking fuck that shit over.
Well, that
But
shit would
it's
have been a
whatever.
what? What would a flag guarding? So it would have been 10, 5. How many yards back? So that would be
Oh, and
third
I'm not.
down from
Don't even get me
the
smart.
50,
Don't
the
even get me
40.
started on the petty calls. Don't like everyone swats my arms when I go for their fucking flags.
Yeah,
Not
the
a fucking
flag
call.
got
Not a
snapped.
fucking call. Not a fucking call. You remember the one play where it went out of bounds and I was the only guy near?
Hmm.
He flagged. He completely slapped my. Like, I'm okay with it. I don't care about the player doing it. I understand it, but like
I care about
you
the
have.
call getting called if I get called for
I
it.
care about it. Yeah,
Yeah. So
because I've always like there was the game against DD Theta when I played for fucking Catholic Center. I would have had 3 touchdowns, 2 picks for other than a flag guarding.
oh gosh.
By the way, just so everyone knows, I won a game with the Catholic Center.
That is true, you did. I got a snap in that game. I got a catch in that game. For like not even a yard.
No, you got more than a yard. I thought you got like 5.
Bro, I was playing on a dislocated foot.
Oh no, yeah, you were.
Freshly dislocated foot.
Did DD Theta win their game?
They did. Not by much. But they sure did win. Let's see what that score was.
You know why? Because they don't say shit about the refs when they make inconsistent calls. So next year, I'm just gonna fucking duct tape my mouth shut and just fucking play ball. But whatever.
Let's see. Where was DD Theta? I just saw it. DD Theta played the undefeated football team and beat them actually by
So they're
a
defeated.
touchdown. Yep. Very interesting.
Yeah, I had 2 picks for 2 touchdowns in a game against them last year, with a team that went what did the Catholic Center go?
One in same record we had. 1-3. I shouldn't have made the TikTok.
I mean the only complaint I will sit here and say that's not why we didn't win the game. That's the biggest thing I'll say because people misinterpret what I say. Is we didn't lose the game because of the refs, but the refs have to be better. This is the only
Yep.
thing I'll say.
Yeah,
They
they
just
took
have to
us
be
out of
better.
the game. I'd say. They
I
took
wouldn't
us
say
out.
it took us out of the game because we could have mental fortitude and shit. We should have been a little bit. That's Transformers. We should have been a little bit better on the mental side.
Yeah, I agree.
But their calls definitely have to even out the playing field. It shouldn't be RFL against the refs every week because I got decked 3 times the week before. I mind you, like full on like tackle hits, which I would have shredded off if I knew it was tackle, right?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a non-contact sport, is what I'm told when I play defense. But when I turn the offense, I get hit all the time. It's whatever, man.
Yeah.
but it has to be better because it's not protecting the players. It's not safe. It's a shame on the university, honestly. Like if you're gonna sit here and say that shit, it's a shame on the university. Like if okay, I'm down for the like rules that happen to me on offense. I would love to do that on defense, but when this a no call on when it's a call when I'm on defense and it's not a call on offense, that's not okay.
Yep.
Because I would get like let's say the one play I got hit while I was out of bounds, and the dude just tried to level me. Whatever, I flopped for the flag. I'm gonna be honest. But if I lowered my shoulder into him and put him on his ass, whose flag is that on?
Well, you.
Well, what was his intention? Was possibly to hit. Like he wasn't planning on pulling a flag. It was he hit me. All I'm saying is
I wasn't listening. Sorry. Like, did
I'm going
no
out of bounds because we had the first
consistency?
down.
Top. I'd say the highlight. Consistency. Defense needs some work. Offense kind of we didn't really click as well.
No,
And call
I'll take
consistency.
blame for the offense. Is that
We'd get all that stuff clicking. We win that football game. If I'm gonna be
I'm
quite
I'm
honest.
in.
I think we honestly have, like I said, we got the talent, we got all this stuff, we just gotta do it. However, I am going to bed. I am exhausted. We will talk further on this if you got time tomorrow. I'd love to. Or anytime this week. I want to keep talking about this shit and posting stuff. So fuck it. What you think? Did I lose him? Did I lose him? Hello, Zach. Buddy. I think his phone possibly died. That is very annoying. Alright, well, I think that we'll conclude that. Thank you guys for watching our first real episode of the podcast side of things. Please tune in to next week or next tomorrow or whatever, whenever we upload. I just threw this video up about me discussing our instant game recap and reaction to our game we just played. I'd say about 5 hours or 4 hours ago. Give that a watch and a listen. It's only 7 minutes long. I discuss my thoughts on the game before I interviewed Zach. Yeah, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.